Massive day of football ahead in the UEFA Champions League. In this video I'm going to share with you my two value bet builders. That includes the game between Girona and Liverpool. I'm going to be looking at the Bayer Leverkusen and Inter Milan game, Atalanta facing Real Madrid. So there's a lot to talk about. Before I get onto that, as I do on every single video, I'm going to recap yesterday's video. So we had two value bets in the Premier League and the English League 102, and we went 1-1. So one win, one loss, but we managed to make half a unit. It was a profitable day due to the fact of the odds on those two bets were a little over double your money returns. So as you can see, we're doing really well this season. We've almost broken 100 units. Hopefully we can hit a nice sweep today on these value bets and pass that 100 unit mark. I will also be uploading a slate video for the Champions League, which is basically one bet for every single game. As you can see as well below me, we've been doing really well so far on the slate. We're only up like 3-4 units, but it's profit nevertheless. So enough waffle, let's get into the purpose of today's video. So you can see there, that is the first value bet builder. We're going to be taking Liverpool to win in the Bayer Leverkusen and Inter Milan game, over 6 corners and no red card. Just under double your money odds. Going to be recommending to place 3 units on that bet. Now the bet builder that I'm going to be breaking down and looking at each metric in this video is this one we have here. So we're going to start off in the Girona and Liverpool game. We're taking under 6 goals, under 6 cards, no red card. Then we move on to the Atalanta and Real Madrid game, take over 0 goals for Real Madrid and no red card. And then in the Bayern Munich game, we're taking under 5 goals for Bayern Munich. I'd be surprised if Bayern Munich get more than 5 goals playing away today. But let's start off by looking at the Girona and Liverpool game. Liverpool sit very top of the UEFA Champions League table. They've been on fine form this season in England and Europe. Girona currently sit 30th with a -5 goal difference. Taking under 6 goals in this game. If you take a little look at Liverpool's away form, their goal volume has been really good, but it hasn't been anything to scare us. I think they're going to have a really good defensive display tonight. Girona, when playing at home recently, even if you look in the Spanish league, they're doing good against teams that are far weaker than them. So for example, at home they recently played Real Madrid and they lost 3-0. They lost 1-0 to Real Sociedad. So there's nothing that scares me in regards to Girona and their high usage of goals. Also, this game has a projected line of 3 goals. The both teams to score only has a 40% hit rate, and the over 2.5 goals only has a 60% hit rate. So all the metrics are just pointing towards this being, I wouldn't say a low scoring game, but not more than 5 goals. I'm guessing Liverpool probably going to win 2-0, 3-0, 3-1. Maybe Girona might nick a goal at the end or catch them off guard very early on in the game. And then, as we've seen so far this season, when Liverpool do concede earlier on, they then go from that possession-based football to the type of style they played under Jurgen Klopp with that gegenpress. The no red card or the under 6 cards. The reason why I've gone with the higher under on the cards, because this game has a projected line of 5.1 yellow cards. Now if we take a little closer look at that, the over 5.5 line for Liverpool in Europe has a 30% hit ratio, but for Girona it has a 60% hit ratio, giving you an overall average of 45% hit ratio. That's a little bit higher than what I usually like. If I do see any line on this bet builder letting us down, it will be that card section. If this game was to get out of hand, I can't see it going over 5.5 goals. I could definitely see Real Madrid scoring tonight, which I will elaborate on in a second, and I can't see Bayern Munich scoring more than 4.5 goals. So let's take a little look at the Atalanta and Real Madrid game. Atalanta are at home. Real Madrid's away record in Europe hasn't been perfect, but you would assume Real Madrid are going to slowly pick it up as the season goes on. Atalanta's home form has been absolutely perfect, to be fair, this season. Real Madrid's away form, if you take a little look, they've lost 2 in their past 5. Bear in mind those 2 losses, one of them came to Liverpool. Liverpool are a more competitive team than Atalanta. Atalanta is 33% better in terms of goals scored, but Real Madrid away from home are averaging 2.1 goals per match in their games. If you take a little look at the over as well for Real Madrid, so over 0.5 goals has an 80% hit ratio. I'm not too sure if Real Madrid are going to win tonight's game, but you would definitely be betting on them to score. And if we take a little look at goals conceded, Atalanta at home are averaging 0.5 goals conceded compared to Real Madrid's 1.4. The clean sheet section as well I do like to look at, obviously, because this is irrelevant to goals being scored. Atalanta have a 50% in regards to getting a clean sheet tonight compared to Real Madrid have a 40% chance. Now let's take a quick look before we wrap this video up at Bayern Munich, for the sake of it. They are playing away today. The projected goal line for the game is 3 goals. The last game between these two teams, I totally understand, it was in 2015. Bayern Munich won 7-0. But let's take a little look at Bayern Munich when playing away from home. So in their past 5 games, they've only scored more than 4.5 goals once. Then if we take a little look throughout the whole of the season, when playing away from home, they've scored more than 4.5 goals on 3 occasions, and that's including in their league and Europe throughout the entire season. Also, over 3.5 goals for Bayern Munich has a 30% hit ratio. So we're playing with really good projections in regards to the lines that we've picked out in both of these bet builders. To be fair, as I did say, the under 6 cards on the Girona and Liverpool game is in our favour in regards to the percentage, but I wouldn't be surprised if this game was to get out of hand. But I just can't see the Liverpool players picking up many cards tonight. Being top of the European table, they're clearly in a good position. There's no need for them to come out aggressive in this game. If you could subscribe, I'd appreciate it. Fairly new creating content, been a tipster on platforms like Telegram and Instagram for a number of years now. I've broken over 200 units past 3 seasons, trying to break 250 units this season. If you want to add my Snapchat, feel free to do so, and I will add you to a private group completely free of charge. Any messages, just message me on that and I will reply when I can. Other than that, I hope you all have a great morning, afternoon, night, wherever you are watching from.